Hello, my name is María José, and I am going to talk about climate change. For centuries, humanity has faced challenges of different magnitudes, challenges that has put society in danger for more than one occasion. However, none of this has been as destructive as the one that we are facing today. The same that has advanced so slowly that we have not seen its consequences until recent years. This is climate change. What is climate change? The United Nations mentioned that climate change is the greatest challenge of our time, and also is a problem that must be taken with much more seriousness and responsibility than it has been done. By definition, climate change is the abnormal variation of the Earth's temperature due to human actions. This is the result of another phenomenon known as global warming. Global warming is a consequence of the greenhouse effect. In order to understand what is global warming, it is necessary to understand that last concept. The greenhouse effect is a process where the certain gases of the atmosphere function as a barrier that retains the part of the energy in form of heat that is emitted from the air soil after being heated by the radiation from the sun. This is a completely natural and essential process for the survival of a species, since it prevents that all the heat that enters the atmosphere completely go away, keeping the right conditions to develop life. And nevertheless, this is a natural event. It has been altered by human activities, such as the extreme emission of gases. The main gas responsible for this threat is CO2, carbon dioxide. This is a gas produced by the burning of fossil fuels, such as oil and coal, used to power our homes, factories, airplanes, and cars. Since the Industrial Revolution, society has increased these activities of industrialization, and with this has increased the level of emission of gases to the atmosphere. These gases are retaining more heat than necessary, making that the temperature of the globe increases, making the ecosystems unsustainable. So continuing, we have that one of the most one of the most known and most relatable problems consequences of the global warming is the melting of the poles. This is an event that happens normally in nature, but it has been accelerated by the global warming. The melting of the poles makes some problems like the coastal erosion, the rising tides. It makes more frequent storms, and also it can favor the formation of more destructive hurricanes and typhoons. And this coastal erosion and rising tides will make that cities like Miami in United States and Osaka in Japan will be underwater within the next 80 years. So it is a very huge problem. Far beyond the melting of the poles, the global warming causes another abnormal natural phenomena like the extreme weather conditions that makes the world inhabitable, the extinctions of plants and animals, and also the massive migrations of animals. So the human race has minimized these alterations in the ecosystems to the point of ignoring the already visible climate impacts of this problem, and also ignoring the international organizations that warn us that this is a serious problem in which we have to take actions immediately. Some studies done by NASA show that January 2020 was the hottest month since the study began in 1880. Also, the World Meteorological Organization showed that we had increased the temperature of the planet in 1.1 degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial era to 2019, like 200 years. So now experts says that we are going to reach the same level of increase in the temperature in just 10 years at the speed that we are polluting the world. So some actions that we can take in order to reduce these gases emissions are investing in new renewable energy sources, also changing our lifestyle, making less pollution to the world, investing in eco-technologies, and others actions that we can search on the internet. Also, some countries are joining agreements, international agreements, like the Paris Agreement in 2016 and the Kyoto Protocol in 2005, in order to make agreements to reduce the gases that they are emitting to the atmosphere. This, even though with the new technology and all the resources, this will not be an easy task due to the different economies in the different countries, but it is necessary to take actions right now because it is crucial. The results of these efforts will be seen in the long term, but it is crucial that we start to making actions now because it is time for the planet to heal. Thank you.